I came to what was called NBS at the time, National Bureau of Standards, in 1978, and I was a high school student. The program was called On-the-Job Training, and the coordinator at my high school set up an interview for me to come here to work here. And I sat down in the office with Dr. Oscar Minnis, and he said, "What do you know about chemistry?" And I said, "Nothing." And he said, "Would you be willing to learn?" I said, "Sure." So most people, when they hear ozone, they think of the ozone layer, which obviously is quite important. But our work is more related to what's called ground level ozone, that is pollution. It's a big part of smog. Well, in order to control the amount of pollution in the environment, you need to measure it. So you need standards in order to have accurate measurements. This instrument is called a Standard Reference Photometer. It is used to calibrate the instruments that are out there making the actual measurements. So there's a network of these instruments that have been built through the 80s and maintained up until now, and then they're used to provide calibration to the states, and the states are who run the air monitoring program. I was here when the SRP was developed. I did not have anything to do with developing it. I would just operate the SRP. And then after the first 4 were built, then I started building them. Well, then other countries found out about this and we started building them for other countries. So more recently, it became what's called a standard reference instrument, similar to the SRM or standard reference material. In the case of ozone, you cannot put ozone in a cylinder without it reacting very quickly. So we have this standard reference instrument now to serve as the standard. There is now 69 in the world, and they all agree roughly within about 0.5%. And it's not a calibration. We want to show that they agree as well as they should be agreeing. We call it a validation. I've been doing this work now for over 40 years, and I don't plan to work forever. I would like to enjoy retirement. So I think the work is important enough that we need someone that can take this work over properly. Can't just bring anybody in here to take my place. So, luckily I met Peter and I asked him, is this something you'd be interested in doing? And it seemed like a perfect fit. He has an electrical engineering degree. And so that's what we're working on right now.
My name's Peter Trask. I'm a physical scientist and I'm going to be taking over Ozone from now on. Very fortunate to be able to work with Jim for so long and be able to absorb some of the 45 years of experience, and there's already a list of things that can be improved and done better, so I already know what I need to do, I think, because he's been very honest and open about everything.
Well, you want me to look over his shoulder? He's a little tall for that. I got to get on a step ladder to look over his shoulder. So.
I don't think either of us expected to be working on ozone, but here we are.
The popularity of the SRP is as high as ever. It's still used all over the world as a standard for ozone. All of the ones out there are still in operation, and it's my belief that they'll continue to be used as the reference standard for ozone for many years to come.
The SRP in general, it hasn't changed too much in terms of the original design. I think the future is going to be more refinement and more little upgrades over time.
Starting out to just be the United States was great, but the fact that now it's expanded into the whole world and I can look at the map and see, the instruments are all over the world, it makes me proud that I've been able to do all this work.
It's really amazing to come in here because when Jim started the program, well, he kind of helped create the program and he laid the groundwork for it to what it is now. So it means a lot to, take over for that because it's been pretty much his whole career, and to hand it over to someone, that's not easy to do.
Peter, good luck to you. You got a great program here. I hope you keep it going and do well and don't mess it up.
Jim, enjoy retirement. I will be calling you from time to time to ask you where something is in the lab. I think I've heard all the stories about enough times now that I can remember just about everything. So thanks for everything, and the SRP is in good hands.